The one
Fandy
about Andy
can't help
being
you.
a millionaire?
Yes,
Andy is a millionaire on the low.
he's the millionaire. This is our new segment. We're probably not going to do this every week because we don't want you guys to go broke. And let me just
Yeah, don't go broke.
we're just going to put a disclaimer. We're going to talk about stocks right now, and we are in no way telling you or advising you to invest in anything that we talk about. This is all friendly talk. You guys do what you must do. We're only here to give advice and tell our own opinions. We're not liable for any losses that occur based
This man
on
got a
Andy's
low, this man.
advice. Okay?
Or relationships.
Or relationships. But Andy, you are the investing guy. I know
This
you're
man
new
is a
to it.
millionaire, dude.
I know you're new. What is it? About 2 years, you said?
Roughly. Yeah.
Roughly 2 years you've been investing. Um, Man, I feel like you're just leading the way for the WeWorkingFam podcast investment group. And since you're the head and A&R and CEO of investing, we just want to know, are you a millionaire?
No.
He is a millionaire.
He is, man.
Yeah.
We know.
He
No.
is a millionaire. Jesse and I did the math
Yes.
because we know how many. We won't say it on here. If you want to say it, you're more than welcome to. But we know how many shares you have. You told us.
That don't make me
Jesse
a
and I were
millionaire.
Jesse and I were discussing it, and based on the amount of shares that you have, there's no way that you can't be a millionaire.
Nah,
Yeah.
y'all
Yeah.
tripping. All
Hey,
right.
so what got you into investing? Let's start there.
You know what?
Yeah.
I have to go back. Now I have to go back to a certain time in my career, in my current job.
Your investing career.
No, I was not in a good place. I wasn't enjoying what I was doing, and it clicked in my head. And I said, and this was about 3 years ago. I said I need to do something different. I can't be doing this forever. And it was a really dark and low point in my career where I really thought about second guess about even stepping down or finding something different. And so instead of that, obviously my wife talked me off the ledge a little bit, and I just started reading, investing in myself, trying to like figure out different ways that I can help myself and my family financially, et cetera, et cetera. And I found reselling, stuff on eBay, which I've done over the years, and that's something that's obviously been good for me. Then I transitioned a little bit more into like investing through stocks, like playing around with it here and there. But I never really I didn't make a lot of profit. I'm talking about like maybe I might have made like $50 here, $200 here, and that's it. And so in the last year and a half, I decided to take it a little bit more seriously. And I actually started taking some courses. I put myself through like just even like a boot camp that I got into like online. And so I just started like learning. I started like trying to like gain as much knowledge as possible. And so in the last year, things have gone okay. They've gone pretty good. And then I'm actually at a point where I've actually been able to start helping my dad, and he's been profitable in the last 8 months. And so I'm still learning. But this whole transition happened 3 years ago when I found myself in a place where I'm just like, I can't do this forever, and I want to financially get myself and my family in a better place. And so now with AMC, GME, and all the big the news that just happened the last couple of weeks where Reddit took over and the whole retail trader decided to attack the suits and kind of like bring the whole stock market to light on like how it really runs. It's also brought a lot of attention to the stock market. So it's cool to see that a lot of people are investing. It's cool to see that a lot of people are in the same place that I was back then, where they just want to put themselves in a better position and help themselves and their families. Like even for Jesse, like today sharing that, he had a really great day in the stock market. And to see that is it's encouraging to me, because I feel like this is like what the corporate heads have been doing for years. I'm talking about like 50 plus years. And now like people like us can now join in And I think that's what we call them, the suits, the people in the corporate offices. They don't like that. We're a part of it now, and I feel like it's a revolution because now all of us can have a stake in the game. All of us can be profiting and help ourselves and our families and put ourselves in a better situation. And I'm not a millionaire, but I do encourage that everybody don't go in and put your whole life savings into this. Don't do that. So you want to have you want to have your money in different places, and then it's okay to start small. It's okay to start with $100, 500, whatever it may be, and just keep building little by little. And then what I will say too is like embrace the red, embrace the days that you're down, and just always going with a strategy, with a plan, and stick to that. Because if you invest in a company that you believe in, and they got they got catalysts and things that are coming up, just stick to it. There's going to be days where you're going to be down, some days you're going to be up, but if you have a plan, and if it's like a month or two out, stick with that. Don't get scared, don't get shaken out of it, keep at it. And it's good. I enjoy, I've actually enjoyed this, so it's dope.
If Andy can help you. That's a lot of great stuff, and I think you're absolutely right, because during these times, I think now the stock market, more people are involved in the stock market or contributing to the stock market, investing in the stock market than ever, and I think knowing what you're doing is key. And obviously, you're gonna learn mistakes when you first start off, or maybe you might bet on the wrong thing, or somebody might tell you to bet here and you might mess up, because it's kind of hard when to pull out, right? Like you're either in. Some people get emotionally invested. Pause.
That's when you don't pull out.
A lot of people get emotionally invested. Some people get attached to the stock. We know, like, you sell, like, don't matter. Like, once you hit a profit, you're selling. Like, you're pretty consistent when it comes to that emotional intelligence. You're not getting involved in the emotions or the attachment to the stock. And I think a lot of the big suits that you're saying are complaining because they're saying, yeah, certain people are gambling their money, right? Because this is like a gamble. And there's some people, that even people that I know, that they're just trying to get a dollar quick. They're just trying to get something quick. They're just trying to be like, oh man, let me get rich. Let me get this Bitcoin. Let me do this because I'm not trying to work. I'm just trying to hurry up and risk everything, take all these margin loans, and just become broke, right? And my mindset about it is like, you guys really encouraged me, right? I learned from you guys. Us three, we all have different spending habits. I might be a little reckless because why? I grew up poor. So I want the great stuff in life, right? So I might spend money that I shouldn't spend. But I'll save, or I'll put places where put money where I need to do, because I'm learning from you guys, right? Blevins, he's probably conservative. He always says that he has no money, but he never goes out. He has his same old small TV, and he probably
Those are both lies, but
He's
whatever.
still got the Radio Shack antenna.
Keep going, keep going.
But I'm saying he probably has more money than both of you. He's a millionaire, right?
He is.
You, Andy, you've been investing since you were 18, man. I remember as soon as you turned 18, you bought a house, right? The stock market crashed. You got a house. You've been investing, so you've
That's
been
crazy.
like a trillionaire. But you've been able to do those moves, right? And maybe me growing up, I really didn't understand it, or I wasn't financially stable enough to be able to comprehend or to be able to adjust to your lifestyle. Because me, I'm like, oh shoot, I got money now, let me do this, I'm like, oh shoot, I need to save, right? Or I need to do this, and I came to the mindset a couple months ago. It's like, hey, I had a life savings that I put it all into my house, right? I was like, hey, I want the lowest payment that I can. I'm going to invest it into my house. Worst case scenario, if I ever lose my job, I have to move to an apartment, I'm most likely going to get that money that I put back in my house, right? That's technically a savings, right? But you have to make that initial investment. So I've been re-upping ever since. It takes a while, right? Because you're adjusting. So you have to start trying to save. And it's kind of hard when you have stuff, you have a family, you want to buy stuff. But anyways, I had a certain amount of money set, and I'm like, I'm not making no interest in here. Like, I'm putting money in here. I'm not making no interest in there, right? So that's when I started I did a trial run. My kids had some money that I put aside for them. I took $600 of their money. I was like, $600 is cool. I'm gonna try to invest this. If I lose it, I could pay the 600 back. They're not gonna lose it, right? I invested in Facebook and Axion, and then about 3 to 4 months, I turned that 600 to 2,000.
Nice.
So then I'm like, oh shoot, like then why do I have this money in my bank account? I'm only making $1 a year, $2 a year. I'm not making anything, no interest on here. So then let me start investing. So I've been investing. Even when I saw you here, Andy, you were talking about I'm doing it. I'm like, okay, investing. All right, let's do this. And I ended up taking about and I'll be transparent on here because I want you guys. I don't want you to be like, oh, you need a lot of money or you need a certain amount of money. I started off with 3K. I was just like, hey, let me put this 3,000 and I'm gonna invest it. Right. If I lose it, I'm about to ask Andy for a loan. But I'm gonna invest it. And I've been investing for about 3 months now, and I've been able to turn that 3K. And I'm close to 7K on that. So that interest, I would never have made that if I just left that money in there, or if I didn't take that risk, or like you said, doing the work, right? Because yeah, you have to. Stocks is crazy because bad news drops the stock, or this person is merging with this person, it's going to influx. Like, when you actually do the research on your stocks or the stocks to get into, it's super fun. Like, I catch myself waking up at 6 a.m, looking like, okay, what's moving now? What's moving now? I'm like looking at my phone, and then and then you realize that the people that you work with, the people that you see every day, are doing the same thing that you're doing. Oh, like, you're in stocks, dude. I've been in this since this. I've been doing this. I'm in here. Or, hey, what good stocks are you investing in? Like, you don't really think that you're doing, like, you didn't really think that they were doing that, but now you realize one out of every 3 people that you know are investing in some kind of stocks. And then, like you said, Andy, with Reddit, Twitter, like, these people that are super intelligent, that are giving that knowledge out to us individuals to be able to succeed smartly, right? Because obviously you're going to lose money. Like you said, you're going to be in the red, you're going to win. Patience, once you see people lose money, people panic. There's a different aspects to it. But people actually dedicating their time to give their knowledge out to the people, and people actually succeeding to that is pretty awesome at this time. Because somebody like myself, I can make money while I'm sleeping, or I can make a couple of dollars here versus it just sleeping in the bank. Because we're not making money in the bank. We need to invest it somewhere for it to be able to work for itself. I didn't mean to rant like that. I know this is your segment, but I'm just being vulnerable and telling you my experience. But I learned from you guys. Like, I learned from you guys. I told you I messed up before selling some stock I shouldn't have sold. And you guys were able to hold on to it, and that thing grew like crazy. So I learned from my mistakes, right? And I understand that I could own up to that, and I'm going to change that. But I commend both of you guys for being able to be financially stable for your family, very strategic, and I admire that. And one day I will get to get there, right? But I need it.
You on your way, man.
Life's too short for me, man. We can't take it with me. We can't take the money with us.
Well, first of all, usually it's Andy and I that talk the longest, so I could tell Jesse was excited because this man went on for about 23 minutes. But